Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to r/idontworkherelady, where Karen gets a taste of her own medicine. You don't work here, dude. This happened a few days ago and finally have a bit of time to type it out. I've had I don't work here experiences, but never had a you don't work here. I was helping out during a large festival a few towns over from me, basically just filling in where I was needed. Employees came from various places, but we all had on the same neon green staff shirt, so it was easy to find us. A few people approached me asking why they started charging for parking. Weird, because they hadn't, and I knew that because I had just been parking people a few hours beforehand. The group told me a guy in a neon shirt told them it was $5, gave them change and everything, handed them a parking tag and then directed them to another neon shirt. I grabbed the security guy and we went over to see if we could figure out what was going on. This guy, I don't know if I should be mad or impressed, got a neon green shirt and spray painted Steph on the back. From far away, it looked totally legitimate to the point we glanced around and did not notice him. We approached him originally to ask him if he had seen anyone fishy around. When he looked up, I noticed a small face tattoo. Not that they wouldn't employ someone with a face tattoo, but I probably would have noticed at the staff meeting we had the day before. After that, we noticed his homemade shirt and lack of radio or badge. Security guy S talked to him, F for fake, later we will meet B for boss. Security guard: hey bud, you cannot just make a t-shirt and start charging people to park. If you give the money back and trash the shirt, just get out of here and we won't call the cops. Fake:
no, John said we ran out of shirts and had me make this one.
S: John who?
F: John, big guy, he's around here somewhere.
Spoiler, there is no John. It's funny, he picked that name because we had 4 Johns the year before and had made a huge joke out of not having to figure out which John was which, since we did not have a single one. We also way over ordered staff shirts, so we had like 30 left over. S: I know all the staff, there is no John. There are also plenty of staff shirts. One more time, give the money back and trash the shirt. F:
hey man, I don't tell you how to do your job, why tell me how to do mine?
S: this is not your job, that's why. I tried the easy way, it's on you now. S calls the cops and we stay by him, making sure he does not try to charge anyone else. Made for a few amusing interactions when F tried to tell at passing cars to pay and we immediately yell over him saying there's no charge for parking. The cops come and my boss. Boss: who in their right mind is charging to park? Sees F. You? Who are you? Cops walk up. Officers, this man is not on my staff, yet is charging to park in my free lot. F:
whoa, hey John, calm down.
B gives a weird look like, who's John?
You cannot just call the cops every time we have a disagreement. If you're that mad, I did not order enough shirts, just fire me, damn.
Me, S and B, almost at the same time. You're not staff! This guy was kind of hilarious. Cops took him aside and he tried so hard to convince them he was staff. They asked him various questions like how he applied, how much they paid, when we started or ended, and of course he could not answer any of them. Luckily, since he handed out parking tags, printed at home and stuck on cardboard, it was very easy to find how many cars he charged and who. About 20 cars in the half hour or so he was there before we came. Had he just given up when we caught him, he wouldn't have been arrested. There's a term for stuff like this, something like unauthorized sales. It's basically a fancy way of saying theft, but since they handed it to him under false pretenses, it's called something else. Edit: pretty sure it's called fraud. Going to try to find his record to check. Edit 2: this incident they got him for fraud. Before he had been charged with unauthorized presence, some term for when you're in jail already and go somewhere you shouldn't be and intend to sell that got jumbled in my brain. Had priors, dude's gonna be locked up for a while. B made an announcement for anyone who paid to park to come to the main entrance. We managed to get everyone their money back. Pretty fun to be the guy handing people back money, but was awkward to explain about the fake staff member. Next year we are getting more detailed shirts so they are harder to copy, and taking optional donations in the parking lot to give to our local soup kitchen. We figured we might as well. Also gives us an excuse to keep someone stationed around where he was taking money, which was a weird turn that is not super visible from the rest of the festival. I just cannot wrap my head around it. The dude put a lot of effort into faking his way into a job that probably would have just hired him. I bet he's in jail now, still saying,
"John screwed me over."
Makes you wonder why the hell he stuck around for the cops. But let's continue on to the next one. And by the way, if you have watched until here, please post some stars in the comments to get your boy ripe in the recommended video list. Switching it up. I don't work here, sir. I don't really know where to put this one, as technically it is a I don't work here story, but it's a little different as it was very intentional and I was the one mistaking someone for working somewhere. Now, just a word or two before the story. I am happy with what I did. This might make me a jerk, but I don't regret it. So one of my closest friends works for Walmart and I met him when I too worked there. The job was god awful. I might do a story of my last day working there, as it probably belongs on Reddit. I will save a description of my friend as it makes for better comedic effect. Now, I personally recommend this sort of action despite it being slightly rude, and well, I will just tell the story. You decide. Story time. So despite my utter disgust and despising of the local Walmart, due to my own short employment there, it's the best location for buying specific things like my needed soap and new headphones. And while I'm there, I get to talk to my friend, which I am not going to describe just yet. Let's call him Ted. On this specific trip, I was there for headphones and stopped to see Ted, who was not very happy at all due to what appeared to be the mother of all elitist Karens in the store at the moment causing trouble and yelling at him and others something about piercing and tattoos. I got a funny idea and did not know exactly how effective it would be, but I got him to play along. He did not even have to do very much outside his normal routine. So I approached the woman looking a little lost. I have no idea why this Karen was here. Older, lots and lots of jewelry, including a fat heavy golden cross. She looked like the very definition of holier than thou, and apparently she had been making quite the ruckus when the peasant workers could not help her to her exact request. I honestly did not know why she was in Walmart, but she was about to get a reason not to come back. I tapped her on the shoulder, not just a tap, but a heavy,
"Let me speak to your manager,"
super entitled tapping. She turned to me like she was about to pop a blood vessel. In my best annoyed voice, I spoke, "Ma'am, I've been waiting for 5 minutes. Where are the headphones?" She practically frothed at the mouth mid-oirism and started to explode into something I think was supposed to be English. But I just waved her off dismissively and continued. "You need to learn to treat your customers better. I asked 5 minutes ago and still no one is helping me." After a little while longer, she finally managed to get off something about audacity, something hate you, something, and finally she doesn't work in this horrid place. I just scoffed. "What do you mean you don't work here? Look at you. Dime store necklace, dollar store clothes, and your haircut. You look like an angry lesbian. Of course you work here. I mean, just look around. You fit in perfectly." I point at my Ted, my metalhead friend, trashing his 2.5 long head of hair savagely to some song called Blood for the Blood God, wearing his kilt, both hands in devil horns, pausing his whiplash, inducing headbanging to screech with his tongue out, all his pagan jewelry flashing as he lets out a long, inhuman screech. Needless to say, the woman simply overloaded and horribly offended, she left the store either having a stroke or trying to use some old Latin exorcism incantation at us. Me and my friend had a good laugh, and he did not get into trouble, and no one came to talk to me about it. So yeah, I may have been a bit rude, and judge me if you like. She was giving my friend a hard time, and the store could not really punish me. So I jumped at the chance to intentionally pretend like I thought she worked there just to take her down a peg. And now let's read some of the most inspiring comments from that post. "You are an inspiration, sir. That lady got a cookie from her own dough." Posted by Befams. And then another person was wondering about that metal guy in the store apparently not doing his job. I quote, "Why the F was he wearing that and dancing and listening to music at work though?" Then Chevy92 says, "Yeah, it seems like he's just an a-hole who does not treat his job like a job." OP even said that he complained to HR about his appearance, saying it was a religious choice or something. But it's okay because
it's Walmart.
So yeah guys, what do you think about this? I mean, the story is a little weird, but honestly, if someone was dancing around and listening to some weird music, then I could have also turned into a Karen when nobody would be helping me. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the content for today. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and also subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss any of my videos. I hope you have a great day and I see you tomorrow.